Before the eyes of Mrs. Janine Hennis-Plasschaert, the representative of the United Nations in Iraq opened letters from a group of retirees frank, polite, logical, after salutations and salutations. Before sending messages, allow me to clarify some details of the fateful issuance of Law 26. After Mr. Barham Saleh initially refused to agree to pass the forced retirement Law 26, Muhammad al-Halbousi, the Speaker of the Iraqi Parliament, presented him with a tempting collusion deal. It is the passage of the ominous Law 26 with its lack of application in Kurdistan. In other words, Kurdish employees are not covered by the law. Only Arabs and Turkmens are subject to the law. At that time, the approval of the President of the Republic of Iraq, Barham Saleh, was approved. The deal was completed. The fateful Law 26 was issued. 261,000 employees were dismissed from their jobs. About 2 million Iraqis were deprived of any source of income 7 months ago. We, a group of retirees, direct these messages to the President of the Iraqi Republic and Professor Barham Saleh, to be informed by the United Nations representative, Mrs. Blaskhart, the United Nations representative in Iraq, and to convey the suffering to the United Nations. The first message, addressed to Professor Barham Saleh: the respected, you took the oath to preserve the rights of all Iraqis. All Iraqis. How did you neglect and sell the rights of Arab and Turkmen employees, and contented themselves with preserving the privileges of Kurdish employees only, without others? So you betrayed the trust, betrayed the oath, and betrayed the oath. And what did you do about the ill-fated 26th law? Not worthy of a president. Rather, it is a shameful deal. Worthy of the godfather of a mafia gang is nothing but. I'm sorry you disappointed me. The second message, addressed to the respected Professor al-Halbousi. I do not place any blame on you, for I lost hope in you for a long time. Especially when you issued the inauspicious Law 26. I completely lost all hope when I rejected the request of 200 deputies to amend the law. Yes, you robbed the will of 200 deputies whose signatures were collected and their voices silenced, and they are Iraqi deputies. But I tell you, you are like that man who was sitting on a chair and resting on it, so he breaks and sells one of the 4 legs of the chair, i.e. clearer, you broke and sold one of the legs of the chair of the presidency of the Doctrine Parliament by issuing the forced Law 26 and robbed the will of 200 deputies like you, as well as the collusion deal, except for the Kurdish employees. After this, you will not find in your position after today neither stability nor safety. No matter how clever or tactful you are, you have lost control of the reins, and in the chair of the presidency you will not be able to ignore or silence the voice of 261 families, which means 2 million Iraqis. And every day that passes, their suffering increases and their voice rises higher and louder. Muzaffar al-Nawab said it. Hunger is the father of infidels, my country. The end of my talk with you. Warning. Warning. From any patchwork solution or a meager amendment to Law 26. Or a new obscene exception deal. Hear it well, my respected Professor Muhammad al-Halbousi. We want everyone back. Everyone to our jobs with the return of the legal age of 63. I repeat, we demand the return of all expelled persons, everyone without exception to our jobs with the return of the legal age of 63. We reject any attempt to mix the papers. The papers are all exposed, and exposed. Especially since the chair has 3 legs. Just, you don't have stability, and stability above it. With all due respect to you, the third and most important message, to my brothers, all the good, original Iraqis. Now is the time to get rid of the quota system. This quota system that always shakes the ruling system and makes it always weak and fragile. It is time for us to break away from discrimination and diaspora. Look, the whole world underestimated us. The whole world takes advantage of us. As for it is time for us to return to one union: Arabs, Turkmen, Messiahs, Yazidis, Shiites, Sunnis, Assyrians, Armenians, Sabians, Fili, and everyone else. To preserve our dignity and our beloved Iraq. Why should so-and-so be the position of the Kurds' share? So-and-so is the share of the Shiites. So-and-so is the position of the share of the Sunnis. Why? Let any honest Iraqi be competent. He holds any position whatever it is. The important thing is for the official to be honest and efficient. Especially since I swear that there is no kinder person in the world or the one with a good heart like the Iraqis and all Iraqis. Mrs. Jean Hennis-Plasschaert.